Hi, and welcome to my channel on personal growth. If you're new to the channel, my name is Kate. I'm an integrative relational psychotherapist, a life coach, a yoga instructor, and an author. And I specialize in narcissists and borderlines. If you would like to schedule an individual online session with me, you can find all of the relevant information in the description box below this video. Since this is the last video I'm making in 2020, which has been quite a challenging year for most of us, I wanted to end the year on a positive note by giving you hope. Because hope is what we all need. Hope is what keeps us going, even in the most trying of times. And what I wanted to talk to you today is about hope and about you not giving up hope if you are in a relationship with a narcissist and are hoping for your narcissist to change. Because contrary to the very widespread general assumption, narcissists are capable of change. They can change and they do change. I know that because I work with narcissists, I work with partners of narcissists, and from my experience, also from my personal experience, I can tell you that narcissists do change. So if anyone ever tells you that you should just give up on your narcissist because narcissists are hopeless and they are not gonna change ever, just tell them that they are wrong, that they don't know what they are talking about. Because narcissists are just like you and me and everybody else in this world in certain aspects. One of them being the capability to change. Whether they have the willingness to change, that's a whole different issue. Often they don't have the willingness to change because they don't have to change. But they are capable of change. That's the main message I want you to really integrate today. Because if I believed narcissists were incapable of change, I wouldn't be working with them. But I do work with them, and I do know that they can change. Because like everybody else in this world, they have the capacity to change when they want to, into what they want to. I will be the first one to admit that most frequently narcissists come to therapy when something bad happens in their lives. Be it that they lose a job or get a divorce or lose their status or become ill. When something really tragic, dramatic happens, they come to therapy. I will also be the first one to admit that many narcissists, when they do come to therapy because they want somebody to help them build their lives back up. Somebody to boost their ego a little bit. And quite honestly, many people who come to therapy because something has gone terribly wrong in their lives and they need help resolving that. Narcissists are no different from everybody else in that respect. So don't judge narcissists. Don't have that many prejudices against them, especially when it comes to the capacity and the willingness to change. Because when we are talking about change, especially change in another person, in our partners, we have to be honest with ourselves as well. Is it true that our partners are not changing? Or are they just not changing into what we would like them to change? What if our narcissist is changing, but we are just too blind or narrow-minded, or narrow-focused, if you want, to notice it? You also have to understand that the best way to induce change in a narcissist, especially if you are in an intimate relationship with them, is to change yourself. Because when we change, the world around us changes. It has to. Because if people in our lives don't change, when we change, we are no longer compatible. So whenever we're talking about narcissists and change, we have to factor in several elements. First of all, are we claiming that narcissists are not changing because they're not changing into what we would like them to change? Are they not changing 100%? Because truth be told, nobody changes 100%, especially not all the time. And are we in any way responsible for the fact that narcissists are not changing? Because narcissists behave the way they behave, they act the way they act because we allow them to. Okay, not in every circumstance do we have the chance to set a very clear and definitive boundary, especially if we are dependent on a narcissist. However, that does not take away our responsibility for whatever happens in the relationship. If we don't allow our narcissist to act towards us in a certain way, then their behavior will inevitably have to change. Otherwise, we will, as I said, no longer be compatible. So, if you really want your narcissist to change, do an experiment and try changing yourself first. Not dramatically, not in a revolutionary way, but in small incremental ways. For example, by not competing with your narcissist, by not reacting to their provocations, by not putting them down. Just by doing these 3 very simple steps, you will notice change in your narcissist. And were your narcissist ever to openly express the desire to change, help them. Don't judge them. Don't accuse them of wanting to change for some ulterior motive, or I don't know how you act in a relationship with your narcissist. Narcissists can change, and they do change. But contrary to most other people, they need a lot more help in doing that. Why? Because they're ashamed. Because whenever a narcissist utters a request to change, to be somebody different, even in a very small aspect, it has a huge impact, negative impact, not on their ego in a bad way, but on their sense of self-worth. If you really know narcissists, then you know that deep down they are very insecure and they have a terrible self-image. Now imagine if your narcissist wants to change, what does that mean in their world? It means admitting that they are not perfect, which is the mask that they present to the whole world. So if your narcissist wants to change, help them. Be gentle with them. Don't judge them. Stand by them. And see how magic does happen, even if you are in a relationship with a narcissist. But one word of caution, not every narcissist is willing to change. And with some types of narcissists, it's much better to avoid them than to engage in an intimate relationship with them. You can read a lot about that in different articles, books, listen to presentations on that topic. But my advice to you would be, first of all, learn what type of narcissist you are involved with. Then do a little self-reflecting and try to figure out which type of person you are, because not everybody ends up in a relationship with a narcissist. And then if there is a desire to change things, help them. But help them also by changing yourself, by changing those patterns that annoy narcissists. Because in every relationship, there is the give and the take. And in every relationship, everybody has to make some concessions every now and then. I wish you a lovely end of the holiday season and all the best in the new year that is just around the corner. Take care. Bye bye.